damn John up to London. Nothing.
Oh dear. You just heard the rest of us. So they're getting really good axe talk.
There we go. Now it's golden now. Oh, take that down just a little bit. Yeah, now it's golden. Okay. So yes, so welcome to the Action Sturge, everybody. Tonight we have an amazing game for you. We have some Dungeon World being played by some of our very, very best friends. The Plaster Dragon and Mora Cake, who we love having here. And of course we've got our regular crew, the Deacon Smith, Fork Puff, and Terry. And before we get into the game, we're going to thank you for hosting, Plaster Dragon. Before we get into the game, we want to give a shout out to our friends over at dndwow.com. They're really awesome. They send us dice to give away sometimes, and they have given us a code so we can hook our friends up so they can get 10% off of any metal color changing dice in their store. And you can put our code, theactionsturge, at checkout to get that. And if this is your first time, make sure to give us a follow and check out our YouTube. We're definitely trying to grow our YouTube, so give us a subscribe to us on there. And be sure to check us out every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we'll be playing some cool games. Woo! YouTube. So with that, I'm gonna have you guys go around and introduce your characters, and then we'll start. Where's that linky goodness? Yeah, we should have a link, shouldn't we? We just recently switched from Streamlabs to Stream Elements, so we're still getting all the good linkiness. But if you're interested, you can find links to all of our social stuff on the Twitch page and the little sidebar underneath the viewer. Oh, thank you for the subscription, Plaster.
Oh. 15 months.
15 months. All right, so
to show off or flex or anything.
I mean, this is the place to do it. So go ahead, Deacon Smith. Tell us who you're playing, what Rook's jam is.
All right, I'm the Deacon Smith. I am playing Rook, the thief. Yeah, his jam is just sneaking around and hiding in shrubberies and behind trees, and staying out of sight.
Fair enough. And sounds good. Plaster Dragon, tell us what Tyrion's deal is.
Tyrion is a cleric of the god of justice, and is very much in favor of the downtrodden, and he believes all of his own hype. He's very much a zealot, which is a dangerous thing.
As any good zealot should, right?
That's right.
Fork Puff, why don't you tell us a little bit about Harrison?
Hey everybody, I'm Fork Puff, otherwise known as Maddie. I'm playing Harrison, and he is a human bard. He knows how to dress, he knows how to impress, and he's really good at the loot. Hey, I see you, Terry.
L-U-T-E or L-O-O-T?
U-T-E. Booty.
About to be in distress.
And Terry, tell us a little bit about Aziz.
My name is Terry. I'm playing Aziz, the halfling druid, and Aziz is about. Well, right now he's about trying to save the world, but mostly about turning into larger things and stomping people.
All hail the great emu.
Ostrich.
An ostrich.
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 The ostrich.
And Cake. Fill us in on Harold here.
Hi, I'm Mort Cake. I'm playing Harold Hellstrom, the barbarian. Currently resurrected and has a life mission right now. Well, instead of just saving his homeland, assisting Aziz in saving the world. His top priority is keeping him alive, cost whatever it will cost.
Awesome. And you guys have found yourself. Oh, thank you, Plastered.
I figured let's get September going.
Thank you so much.
Hype train.
September.
And everyone who just got subscribed, you earn more points by watching when you are subscribed. So you'll have more fun to spend when we try to attempt our arena game.
Mm-hmm.
And I do it early, that way we didn't get derailed by the September train.
Thank you so much, Flaster. We do appreciate it.
Anytime. Anyway, you were saying.
I was saying, I just want to check out my mic real quick.
You're so picky about your mic. It sounds good for us.
Yeah, we like it.
Well, I'm just afraid. Like, is it not? It's not picking up any sound, is it? Like from my headphones? Like
No, I don't hear
weird
like
echo?
any feedback.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I was a little worried because I saw my little meter moving up and down, so I was like,
Your little meter.
yeah.
I don't ever want to hear you talk about your little meter on stream again.
Well, if I can't
Maybe
talk,
it won't be the first, it won't be the last.
if I can't talk about it here, where can I talk about it? So you guys have found yourselves quite embroiled in the happenings of the world. You have been the guest of many warlords. You have been enemies with some. You have met with orcs. You have triumphed over ancient stone guardians. You have befriended giants. You have and giant turtles. So you've done a lot up to this point, and yet there seems like there's still so much left to do. Aziz has discovered that he is single-handedly responsible for reviving the spirit of the world at some point. Harold, you died and came back from the dead, and you've come back full of purpose and gusto, and Tyrion, you've just recently discovered that, or at least we have recently discovered that you are exceptional by the standards of many clerics that are out there. Your powers and the way Janric favors you appears to be quite spectacular indeed.
And it pisses off the head of my order to no end.
It does, yes. Oh, thanks, Nick. Cut those off real quick before people start redeeming beholders and shit.
Oh shit.
Summon the beholder.
It's always something. So I'll turn those off, but you're still earning points. So never fear. So you guys have done a lot, and there's still a lot left to do. right now, you guys have found out that there are, was it 2 months? 2 months left before the end of the world, essentially.
Yes.
That this ritual needs to be completed. And you still have to talk to the 4 ancient animals, which roam the lands, and so you've got that going on. What else do we have going on? What else are we interested in pursuing? Not just specifically today, but even for the next next eight episodes.
I think we'd like to find out how our Cyclops friend destroyed a supposedly unbreakable magic sword and got our orc shaman friend essentially killed, because that wasn't nice.
He also has my mentor's spellbook, if I remember that correctly. That's
Yes.
Tum-Tum, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I need some answers for that.
Yep. That's
Yes.
also a big problem. Yeah, there's definitely some stuff not adding up there.
Do we care about the flaming sword that was destroyed with the orcs?
Yeah, that's part of that.
Yeah.
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 We definitely care about the sword being destroyed, because it was a pretty good sword, as I believe you recall.
Yeah, so
And-
was it a legit sword as well, or was that something we confirmed? Like, because you kept the hilt, right?
Yeah,
And it was like that is the sword, right?
it's definitely the sword, so it's curious
Hmm.
how he was able to destroy it.
Well, is it just a flaming sword or is it the flaming sword of legend?
He forgot the.
Emphasis on the.
The.
Okay. So
I
we have
don't-
a.
I don't know if we know if it was the or just a flaming sword of legend.
Well, I like it though. We have a mystery to solve. I like that.
Now I wonder if Nana or Fala could help with that too. My
We
girls.
have no talking dog to help us.
No Scoob. Just Harrison. Who spouts lore occasionally.
Yes, you could ask Fala or
Would you do it for a Harrison snack?
Would you do it for a Harrison snack?
I thought you said harem snack, and I was like, yes, he would. That's actually
Yeah.
that's actually exactly what he would do it for.
Give me that harem snack.
Would you do it for one free pass to harem?
If only we had a stoner ranger and his clever bear.
Oh shit! Too soon,
Too
man.
Too soon.
Whoa!
Sorry, man, sorry.
So,
I feel like
oh, go ahead.
no, I feel like we used Scooby snacks on them in their episode.
All right, so we got
Or Boris.
the question of the blade, mentor spellbook, ancient animals. There was also talk of of Tyrion taking over the survivors of the red.
Yep. And Tyrion talked to Harold and was going to agree to it.
Okay.
Once we had Harold set and back on his way to ruling over his land.
All right. But right now, because all that lies before us, right now we have, you guys are, I think you shuffled, I think you put some distance between yourself and these ruins, perhaps, when you exited them with their treasure.
Yes.
Did you go anywhere specific?
I believe we were heading towards Happy Tree,
Okay.
hoping that the refugees from Sanctuary were headed that way,
Okay.
because apparently they covered their tracks, literally.
Yes. Okay. And so you're heading that way. It's gonna take you some time to get there. So you turn uptown. So probably it'd take you about 2 days to get there. Longer if you're if you're traveling carefully. Up to you guys.
Have we ever been careful? Is this a time to start?
Will doesn't know the meaning of the word. I think I mean that literally.
Horace and Boris sure didn't.
Oh no!
It's sad.
Whoa.
It's sad.
This episode is entitled "Piling on Horace and Boris."
I think that's all there was left of them was just a pile, right?
Actually, many small piles, honestly.
Yes. A little bit here, a little there. Yeah. All right, so...
Horace's eyes were blue. One blue here, one blue there. Oh wait, Maddie's back. We have to stop.
Vile.
What's going on?
They're making
Nothing.
fun of Nothing.
Oh, okay, I see how it is. So, Brian, earlier you're gonna rat out John, no problem. So it must have been something y'all started.
It was basically everybody. It was just more Horace and Boris humor that you would not appreciate.
No! Stop!
You can watch the episode.
Don't.
It got, girl, it
Especially
got
you.
dark. It got dark. You do not want to go back for this. I'm just telling you. I still got your back. I'm just telling you, you don't want to hear it.
I'm gonna eat my McDonald's cookie and.
Oh, there you go.
McDonald's have cookies?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't know any better.
Well, in Europe, McDonald's has all kinds of weird shit. I mean, like, you can go in there and
No maternity leave.
you can go into UK and get like a slice of cake at McDonald's. So I mean, you know, it's just weird.
It's just weird.
So, so you can see you guys are traveling for 2 days. How are you guys looking on rations and whatnot?
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Excellent question.
Yes. You should be reducing your rations by 1 for each day of travel that you do.
Shit, I'm probably out.
I have 5 users here, but I remember having 2 of them before. I think I used 1 up at least.
Except for the druid who gets free rations. So he photosynthesizes.
I figure I just probably graze.
What, is there a place to re-up?
Yeah, like if you're in town or something, you can usually buy some stuff. Or if you
Whoa.
Felt like we were resupplying every time we stopped off someplace.
yeah. So
Because I don't think I've ever had rations on my sheep.
you've never eaten.
Yeah. I can stand to hit up a shop. I'm in need of a new bow.
It'll probably have to might have to wait till Happy Tree to actually buy some decent stuff. Turnip Town, which is the place that you're closest to, is actually has been abandoned for quite some time since you guys met the dwarf and the traveling people who were fleeing the impending invasion of the orcs and just the unjust rise of the warlords. But yeah, so it was just a question, I guess, to kind of see where we're at with that.
I don't have things like rations or coins or
typical cleric.
The universe provides for me.
So, oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask. Those come standard in the adventuring gear, right?
Adventuring gear. Oh, you mean like your
The rations. Because I can't find specifically rations.
Yeah. I mean, it should be like on your, like at the very beginning. I think you get the option to choose some and whatnot. It should be in your inventory or your equipment. But if you don't,
If that was a step we missed somewhere on the way.
No, maybe.
Well, I've apparently ate them all. I don't have any.
Of course, if you don't have any and you need some, you can always convert your adventuring gear. You can do a use of your adventuring gear for some. So
yeah.
But
not adventuring gear either.
The only reason I ask is because if you guys are traveling to Happy Tree and you're not being particularly careful, I will ask you to make a travel through or take a perilous journey.
Oh.
Or undertake a perilous journey, yeah. So,
I'm down with that.
Yeah, so one member of the party acts as a trailblazer, one is a scout, and one is a quartermaster. Nobody can have two jobs, and then everybody rolls wisdom to see how well they do on their job, and then depending on how well they do, you guys might run into some trouble, or, you know. So, who is going to be the quartermaster? In charge of food and supplies.
Who's the wise one?
I'm pretty wise as the cleric. I have a +3. Do you want me to do the quartermastering?
Yeah, if you would, that'd be awesome.
All right.
Oh, you are the man for that.
Excellent. Now, who is going to be our trailblazer?
That would probably be me.
Okay.
Make the most sense.
Searching for the easiest path. I'm guessing, since it reduces time.
Excellent. And that is just a wisdom roll. Damn.
Jesus.
All right.
All right.
Trailblazer, it's on you.
All right, now you got me scout and fuck this up, all right?
You took us to Chili's.
Chili's. Oh yeah, we found the Chili's. Oh my god.
We're at freaking Papa John's at the moment.
Papa John's.
Good job.
Oh my god, is that Korean barbecue?
All right, that's it. Good show.
Yeah, right.
Well, we still need a scout.
Now we just need someone to watch out for danger. And this is where it all goes wrong.
So who would like to?
The rook?
It would make sense for me, but leave it to me to fuck up our street. All right.
Well, do you want me or Harrison to do it?
Who has the best wisdom left?
Fucking Harold, like danger, like yelling it out and like I am the one who knocks.
So what is rollable? Oh, is it with wisdom?
Yeah, it's with wisdom. It is with wisdom.
That's nice, y'all. That's real nice.
Yeah, I agree.
That's nice. we're cookie from Chili's.
we're sitting in the back seat like, Mom and Dad will take care of this.
Yeah, we got the aux cord.
Got the iPads out, no problem.
Yeah, we were the iPad kids. Yeah, Angry Birds. All right.
All right.
You got this. You're lucky. Come on now.
Ugh.
It's a partial success.
It's
Don't beat
better than
yourself
what
up.
we would have rolled.
You perform your job as expected.
All right.
So I'll say that while you are traveling, you guys, so the druid is guiding you along the fastest route. I'm gonna say you're gonna shave off a day of time, so
All right.
you'll be able
I'll
to
take that.
so you'll be able to get there a lot quicker. The cleric is gonna help you guys not eat all your food. And the rogue is going to spot some danger. So it says no one gets the drop on you, but you don't get the drop on them. So I'm going to say that during the day that you are traveling, you are going to come across some concerning things. It looks as though as you get closer to Happy Tree, you can see that off in the distance there is a concerning number of large humanoid figures on the horizon, and they seem to be sort of moving in the same direction you are, and maybe you can just see the tops of their heads and stuff. And from the distance that you're at, it looks they look kind of big, and so it's quite concerning. And you pretty much know that they are giants.
How far away are they?
Far enough away to where you can only kind of make them out against the horizon.
Could I possibly confuse them for orcs?
I don't think so, because they're so big, right? Like,
okay.
Yeah, for as far away as they are and as big as they are.
Yeah, I will tell everyone that we got company.
Now they're not coming. Yeah, they're not coming towards you or anything. They're just looks like they're heading towards Happy Tree, and you guys can safely avoid them due to your quick insight. Now, along this journey as well, you will also get the chance to make camp at least once, which is the time you would spend consuming your ration and getting some sleep and healing up and whatnot. But it also gives you guys some time to sort of just kind of sit down and relax after a day's journey, and talk to one another and kind of catch up and have some conversations that you can't necessarily have while you're being attacked by orcs or large stone guardians or surviving in the wild.
Yeah, I'm down. Let's make camp.
I really struggle with my tent. The stick, I put up one little stick, and then I go to the other end and the stick falls over, so then I leave that one up and it goes over, and I'm just like, I guess I always loved the view of the starry sky. And I'll ball it all up and kind of push it back in my pack.
I pull some moss over me.
Ew! Bugs crawling on it and shit.
Extra protein,
Your pillow is a rock.
Not even a rounded rock. It's just like this sharp. Your head kind of pointing into it.
I couldn't have found a more uncomfortable rock to have as a pillow.
You want to bet? This one's hot. This one came out of the fire.
So Harold.
Yep.
How's that rock?
I've had better rocks. Ain't too good.
I'm sorry to hear it. Harrison?
I'm taking out my like balled up tent, and I walk over to Harold. Lift your head, come on, just lift your head.
That's not a rock though.
That it very much is. Your eyesight is terrible in the dark, and you know better than that. So just lift your head. I've got this super pokey tent-looking rock. If you would trust me to put it underneath your
I
head.
may not be alone, man, but I know that's a tent.
It's not a tent. It's a tent-looking rock.
It was an attempt at a tent, at least.
No, it wasn't an attempt. It was a complete failure of a tent rock. It's a rock. So just lift your head and stop squabbling with me.
Fine. You want the rock?
Yes, I wake up the next day all like, ah.
You've lost 5 hit points.
Is there anything we want to know about any of the terrain or the area around us? Because I can talk to it.
Talk to the moss.
I can talk to the moss and ask it questions if you want.
Talking to Harold, but Harold thinks he's talking to him, but he's actually talking to the moss.
What are you asking me?
He's like, what can you tell me? And Harold's like,
fucking leave me alone, dude. I'm trying to sleep. God damn it.
I touch the moss that's at his midsection and I go, what happened here earlier today? It's like, that's kind of personal, man.
Dude, I haven't gone any in a long time, okay? Leave me alone.
I'm just shaking my head.
oh my god.
I'm very interested in this talking to moss thing.
Everybody's surrounding Harold.
I'm gonna talk to the moss.
Goddamn moss, can you stop trying to talk with it?
I'm gonna talk to the moss. What the hell?
I'm gonna talk to the moss.
Well, just because I can, because I haven't gotten to use it yet.
Oh my
I
god.
can talk to moss. We're gonna brag about it.
Yeah, ask if it's seen a turtle.
Why are you so good at talking to moss?
It's it's a Janric thing. You wouldn't understand.
It's a
So
Janric thing.
I can ask the moss 3 questions, and it has to answer as best as it can. I don't know what's within the moss's abilities, so this is really up to John to decide what defines the best the moss can. But I trust you, man. So
Sorry, I was just recounting that old tale of Janric and the moss, the hanging moss.
Janric and the hanging moss. It's a classic. I mean, we tell it to all the kids at the temple. I mean,
It's like
one of their favorites.
it's like
It's in the recruitment process.
it's like some of the lesser known saints who just have these wild powers.
Oh god.
So I'm going to say to the moss, have you seen any unusually large animals wander past this way recently?
No, Tyrion, I haven't seen any large goddamn animals.
And then I'll look up and I'll say, shh, I'm not talking to you.
I take off the moss and I leave. Take the
The
tent.
moss is clung to you,
It says, I have felt the footsteps of many creatures passing this way, and all seem larger than me.
And he seemed larger than the typical animals who pass this way.
Chew on that.
Yeah.
Moss.
I think you're being left on red here.
Yeah. The bubble comes up for a second. Type,
Three
goes
dots,
away.
then it goes away. 3 dots. Oh, 3 dots, 3 dots, 3 dots. Everyone gathers around the moss.
You can no longer talk to the moss. Shouldn't have downloaded Mosser, man.
Well, the reason I'm hesitant is because it was it was kind of close to the first question. I don't want to like waste an answer. So like I don't know how to answer that without kind of saying the same thing. But I want to answer your questions.
That's his nice way of saying ask better questions.
Yeah. Really roundabout way, yeah.
If you'd like me to recant and ask a different second question, I will.
Yeah, sure. Just like I said, I can't.
If you
can't
feel
think
it
of a way
wasn't
to not.
different enough. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What else do we want to ask Harold's Moss?
Ew. Harold's mossy bank.
Yeah. Oh no.
Can we go back to talk about how Horus and Boris fucking
I can't believe you said that.
Demonetized.
Because now I have to visualize it. It's mossy indeed.
Please,
It's
that
really
X, where's the X
difficult to
card? X card.
Do you think asking about any creatures that have felt
Bless you.
Good, but Janrick, bless you.
Thank you. What about asking about creatures that felt like they had destructive intent? Which wouldn't tell us about the animals, but like if anything, like orcs were by, or
yeah, like anything. Just like, has there been something that came through here as of late? That's still kind of like asking if something came through here.
yeah.
Has anything unnatural moved past here?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Have you felt
Yeah.
anything unnatural move past here?
What was it? A turtle, an eagle, a bear, and a wolf?
Now the bear's dead.
Right. Okay.
Turtle,
Not that
eagle,
Sadness.
ostrich, and lion.
I was
So you-
really mad for like 2 seconds, and it just subsided very quickly.
Unnatural, you say? The dead walk in these lands. The recently deceased and the recently returned.
Aye.
Something unnatural, like your friend here, but not completely like him.
So apparently we have some living dead that not like Harold, but not Harold, which makes you think either, zombies, vampires, or something like that. And I didn't do it. All right, so we got one more. Well, this blight is coming to destroy the land, right? Do you think the moss can sense anything like that? And do you think that there's anything that can be done to strengthen nature in a given area? I mean, we could try asking the moss. I don't know if it's aware
Right.
enough, but
Right. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what more we could get out of it, but
yeah. That's why I feel like let's just have fun with the last question, because I feel like we've got an important thing, and so now let's just go for entertainment value.
right.
You like being a blanket for Harold? No, I don't. Ask it. What is one of the most unusual things it's seen? It's pretty open-ended. Maybe, you know.
I don't see anything, I only sense. Well, fuck you, Moss, okay?
Fucking.
But is there a way of strengthening nature in this area against the coming darkness?
And it says, what a curious question. And not the first time I've been asked that question.
Oh, we totally should have led with that one.
Definitely, because then the next one would be,
And-
well, who the fuck, who asked you? Who asked
Now,
you
are you-
before?
Well, and he'll say, another passed through some time ago, seeking to strengthen the land. I believe she used a spell. Felt like old magic.
He, huh?
Are you talking out loud to this mouse, or are you just thinking it?
But imagine I ask my question out loud,
Yeah.
and I would imagine that only I hear the answer.
yeah.
I'm speaking to the spirit within the moss. Is
Mhm.
the way that the spell is described.
Okay.
It says, with a touch, you speak to the spirits within things. So, I would imagine that I'm speaking to it, but I don't know that anyone else but me hears the answers.
Yeah.
I mean, unless John, you want to say that everybody can hear it, which would be funny and weird that Moss starts talking to me. Either way.
I think you could, like, since you're channeling it, I think you could probably have it do that. That way we could, if it was a movie, we could, like, get a moss puppet and, like, anthropomorphize the moss a little bit, like, give it some, like, make it look like kind of like Oscar from the Sesame Street.
There you go. Yeah, then absolutely. The
I would
moss
just like
seem-
for it to be a clump of moss with googly eyes on it.
Yes, absolutely. It's like the moss seems to come alive, but it's
I just-
really just the spirit of the moss, like, hovering over it.
I just wanted eyebrows, the big, the big furry eyebrows.
Like brown moss eyebrows on green moss,
Yeah.
and like those squinty eyes. I was just like, almost like
Cool.
the Charlie Brown teacher voice, but somehow I understand it.
So yeah. So there you go.
There.
Cool.
And then I remove my hand so that the moss can rest again. Oh, I'm not sure what to make of that.
Well, yeah, you talked to moss.
I don't know how time passes for moss, to be honest. So who knows how long ago this woman came through and asked about this magic that she needed to do to strengthen the nature in the area. Who was it? Was it man or woman before you, Aziz, that first held the darkness at bay?
That
I think it
should
was
be
a
a man.
combination, but it was a man that yeah, it was a man. The last one to hold the darkness at bay. That was a male, if I remember correctly.
There's some woman that seems like she may be working similar purposes to us, who may be some days ahead of us, or years, or hours.
Wait, woman, could that be the same who I spoke to in the afterlife then?
I mean,
Perhaps.
or it could have been Follow or Nana,
Hera.
or
Right.
Or
Yeah.
Hera, who is missing still.
Could have been Hera.
Yeah, that would be. my
Yeah, and then
first
when Tyrion says that, I'm just like, I give Harold like a nudge and a wink.
What?
thought.
What?
Oh,
Shut,
right.
No, shut, no, shut.
Mm.
Be quiet. Let's just stop. I'm like, stop.
Perhaps I should take a divination as a spell for tomorrow, in place of talking to moss and other inanimate objects. Or do you think I should continue with words of the unspeaking to try and continue to track this unknown being?
I think you should cast Mark of Death more.
I'm sure you do.
Nah, fuck that smug ass moss.
Moss of Death.
Moss of death.
well, I might have a word with the locals and see if
Moss.
they know anything.
Ooh, okay.
Weird question.
Yeah.
But does any of you have any parchment and a pen?
No.
Well, of course. I have it for autographs.
so, yeah. So you can have some parchment, but it's already been pre-signed.
Yeah, it's like my signature. I'm like, here you go.
Oh god.
I can't. Could you spell your name again, but like simpler?
It's like stationary.
Yeah. I do it like a little less simple. Like it's not too different. Still very cursive and flamboyant and sparkly and glitter.
Mm. And
But now we just use the parchment for my autograph again.
well, I would like all of your names written down so I know how to actually write them.
Oh, okay. Is it for the mark of death?
What?
Yeah, how scared are you of your sheets of autographs now?
Yeah. I'm like, now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, you guys need some kindling for a fire later tonight.
Haha, fool! Harold is actually level 7 wizard. Get faked.
Oh, what the fuck?
Now I walk around the little campsite we have and like let everyone write down their names if they would like to.
Yeah, I will.
Oh god, absolutely.
Yeah.
Will you sign
No
this
reason for
yearbook
me
or
not
not?
Rook.
And do you sign your real name?
Look, I don't know if Rook's your real name, but it doesn't matter to me. Yeah,
Okay.
whatever name you feel comfortable with.
I'll whisper something in your ear.
Something.
Well, he can't write it.
I'll write an X on it and give it back.
That's not a name.
No,
Who's this?
I never learned to read. Okay.
Oh, you and Harold both.
Not proud of it.
I'm sure
That's quite
Harrison
all
can
right.
write your name.
Yes. Would you like it my way or the simpler way?
simpler way.
No glitter, thank you.
No glitter, but still make it look pretty. Okay. This is the advanced technique. The simpler technique will be what you need to work on.
I just imagining like Thomas Jefferson, like before the ink dries, but like sprinkle some glitter on there, like on the
Yeah. It's like, with glue, when you like write with glue, like all that like stringy, and then you throw glitter on it and then shake the rest off.
Fabulous.
How different would the Declaration of Independence
It was all glittery.
Yeah.
Harrison been
That's
one
a
of the
declaration, baby. That is a declaration.
Harrison's like, listen to my declaration. Oh, that is Harrison.
It would have been Hamilton essentially. So so you have collected their names, Harold.
Perfect.
If you don't mind me asking, what's that for?
Well, I was figuring with us a little bit of a surprise, but
Oh, okay. I trust you. I think.
Hit the hit list. Surprise!
yeah, as soon as the world saved, you're going down.
Can't have anybody challenging my position. I've made you all strong, too strong.
Just a little dark magic. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah, it's good. It's fine. Yeah, it's cool.
All right. Carry on.
Does anybody else have anything to discuss or anything that they need to get out of the way?
Well, yeah, I was going to check with the local animals. Since
Oh, okay.
The moths apparently knows something.
Yeah.
Asking about recent travelers and if they've seen any walking mountain hills.
So, yeah, and you can just talk to the animals. You speak their language. However, answers will not come so easily. There is a gang of squirrels nearby, and they.
We don't have a good track record with them. At least Harold doesn't.
And they seem to be letting on that they know a thing or two about the traffic that has come through here recently. However, they will not part with that information without some kind of payment.
I'm gonna cast Mark of Death on them. I'll do it.
Oh my god.
What are their names?
That's the thing, you can just leave it blank, they don't have names.
What is it I don't know if anybody has any squirrel appropriate foods.
They're not taking my golden acorn.
Shh, don't say that out loud.
Yeah, all their little ears like. It must taste the best.
I can probably talk to some trees for them if they really need it. We can get them answers from some trees. I talk to the trees.
Yeah, I mean, it is. Yeah, I'll see if anybody has any like nuts or anything like that in their rations, or dried fruits or anything like that.
Oh no, they have nuts. They just can't get to them.
Oh, you need a service.
Yes. They have a hoard of nuts in a tree, which they are more than willing to show you where it is. However, the tree has recently been, or that space has recently been plundered by some man thing.
Ooh.
Oh.
We can help with that.
Harrison sitting,
Yeah.
Harold sitting there like fucking munching on nuts.
Yeah, I'm like,
And-
This
And
is
the
a real
man
shame.
thing, the
Hi,
man
Roland.
thing is very smelly and very rude. And if it continues to feast on their nuts, for much longer, they won't have anything left for the cold times.
Okay.
Harold. I'm
I
cross
will-
my arms and look at you suspiciously.
What?
You do have a tendency to be smelly and rude at the same time.
I have better hygiene than you do, mister.
What's that in your beard? An acorn shell?
No?
Let's have them lead us to the smelly man thing.
They all just turn to Harold.
Aziz points. Is this the guy?
He's smelly and rude, but we love him.
Is it the foreigner?
There's a foreigner. Yeah, we'll ask him where they last saw the smelly, rude man thing. Oh my god.
Yeah, they'll lead you. They'll lead you straight to him.
Okay.
Machi wants to go outside, but it's raining. So when I open the door, he looks at me, looks outside, and then goes.
So they will take you into the woods. Are you all going?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So they'll take you into the woods, and they will. They're sort of like darting amongst the treetops and whatnot. You guys can follow along on the ground, and they'll bring you to this clearing. And this tree is quite big indeed. And there's a big like hole in its trunk, and you can see that it's still you can still see the nuts sort of like overflowing from the sort of in the hole. Although there's a sort of a divot in them where you can tell a lot of them have been plundered. And sitting at the base of the tree, snoozing, is the small but powerful build of a dwarf.
Hey.
No, it's the Caesar's fucking best friends.
Do we recognize the dwarf?
Yeah, you definitely do. I believe you saved his life. I believe his name is Dugan.
Yes.
Oh, I remember him.
There we go. Easy peasy.
My ritual.
Yeah, I'm trying to, like-
Killed.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
not Dugan. Doondrop. Sorry, Doondrop.
Yeah.
Dugan was a dwarf, but not this dwarf.
I'm going to hold Harold's arm as my heels dig into the dirt as he marches forward. No!
Gonna head right on up.
I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna fucking get him.
No!
So as you are both approaching, the noise will stir the dwarf, and he's sort of like sleeping. He's got his arm kind of tucked under his chest, and when you approach, quick as lightning, he whips out a little hatchet and jumps up, and he says, "I told you, squirrels, these are my nuts now." And he sort of looks around wild-eyed. You can see he's got like leaves and sticks sticking out of his beard, and he kind of like looks around, and he sees the two of you, and he says, "Oh, my word! Could it be Aziz? Aziz, and why even Harold?" He says, "Well, I must be dreaming. Or didn't I see you die at the battle of the Blood Bowl?"
No to the first, yes to the second.
Look at that, he's back from the dead. It's the sequel to my first song.
Weren't you there? Weren't you there when I said I was going to bring him back? And I
Yeah.
step forward.
Yeah, but you're always saying crazy things.
And I'm always delivering on them.
Well,
When will you learn?
perhaps never. My head's emptier than usual these days. Not a drop in sight. If any of you have a drink, I'd be glad to oblige.
I'll offer some dungeon rations.
And he says,
He's probably full on nuts.
and he'll come over to you, Aziz, and he'll give you a hearty hug, one that will crack your back, and he'll pretty much squeeze you until you're blue in the face and set you down. And he says, I owe you a life debt. Don't think I've forgotten.
Well, that is very nice, but no need to claim that just yet. But come, join us at our camp.
There's more of you.
Well, no, it's us, but we have a camp right down the way.
Oh. I don't know. Dangerous times. Maybe
Yes,
it's best we
much
stick
better.
Maybe it's best we stick to the cover of the woods.
We're still
What
in the
do you-
woods, but
Yeah, what are you afraid of? Grimdrop? Dookie.
He says hard times. Orcs running around. The warlords, more dangerous than ever. Giants.
giants, you say?
Yeah,
Why
we've
have they
seen
been out and about?
And they're not as friendly as yours. And they must be making
Ours-
things bigger.
Nacho, come here.
Any idea why they're out and about instead of up in their mountains?
And he says, oh, well, it's no secret Tum Tum's been wading into the action. He's been after the warlords for years. Everyone knows that. And now he's got the power to do something about it. I expect, anyway.
Sounds about right.
He'll find getting that warlords harder than he thought.
Oh, but where are my manners? Where are my manners? And he's gonna start climbing the tree, and he says, "Would you like some nuts?"
No.
No, thank you.
Severely allergic, thank you.
He says, "I've got a ton. These rascally squirrels, they thought they could beat me. I killed 2 of them already. They're small.
Well, there's
they're,
been me.
they're small, but they're fast." And he looks at Rook and he says, "You'd know something about that, wouldn't ya?"
yeah.
I don't like him. I really don't like him. I like to whisper to Harrison.
Yeah, it's okay.
I just look at you.
Oh, come now. You don't still have hard feelings about the pig.
You disrespected my gods.
Well, don't your gods teach forgiveness?
No.
His no. Mine, yes. His no.
Well, I know who I want to hang out with in the afterlife.
So I say we gather around a nice warm fire and I sing everybody about the wonderfulness that is not stealing from others.
This is steal.
Slowly turned.
Steal? Would never dream of it. As he's like stuffing his satchel full of nuts.
Somebody stop this dwarf man, please.
Every man is every man is owed the sweat of his brow. Look at me foraging.
Okay.
Well,
Alright. I've got a great idea. I'm gonna take some of my dungeon rations, I'm gonna walk away, I'm gonna throw them under some leaves. I'm just gonna. I thought over there. I thought I caught a whiff of something, but I couldn't quite place my hands on it. Perhaps it was food?
I'm just imagining Harrison having a ham sandwich.
It's got to be a country ham sandwich.
Yes.
Shredding pieces of salted beef and stuffing it under leaves.
Yeah.
For the squirrels or for the...
No, for the fucking dwarf to find, so he's foraging.
Oh no,
Tell...
he's got the nuts.
No,
While this is going on, I'm going to lean over to Rook and say, how hard would it be to relieve him of that satchel without him noticing?
I think I can manage.
Anyway.
Well, I am attempting to, essentially, if I have to take him by the arm, I am trying to lead him to our fire.
Yeah, I'll try and steal his nuts.
Okay. And, let's see, you have a move for that, don't you?
I think so, yeah. Would that be tricks of the trade?
Would that be what?
Tricks of the trade?
I think so, yeah. It says some kind of...
When you pick locks or pick pockets or
Yeah.
traps?
Picking pockets.
Ooh, nicely done.
Yes, you do it, no problem. You slide that satchel right off of him as he's heading towards the fire, perhaps as he's sitting down. Harrison, you can take that beef you were hiding and sort of and maybe just hand it to him like here's a snack, like.
Yeah, I'll give him some salty jerky.
You no longer have to hide the salami. You can bring it out in the open.
Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. And
I'll hand Tyrion my nuts from like pass them back.
And then I'll kind of quietly slink off since I'm not needed here and put the nuts back up in their tree hidey place.
Hell yeah.
got to be honest. Thought you were all dead. Hadn't heard from you in some time.
We have had to travel far and wide. Speaking of traveling, have you seen anyone else coming through these woods?
Oh yeah, saw your friends.
Did you?
Well,
Heading which direction?
kind of hard to miss them. Big turtle and all.
Yes, exactly.
I thought about joining them myself, but they were heading right into the thick of it.
The thick of it being
Towards Happy Tree. Not going there, no.
Why not? What is happening at Happy Tree?
It's not what's happening right now. It's what's happening very soon. I've been watching. That's where the giants are going. That's where the orcs are going. That's where the warlords are going.
Oh. Well, I guess that's where we're going as well.
And he's gonna look at Harold and he says, "Wasn't dying once enough for you? Are you mad? Are you all mad?" Not me. I'm heading down towards the Whispering Plains. I figure I'll make a better life there than whatever's waiting for us up here.
When I get back, I'll hand the satchel back, the empty satchel back to Rook.
I don't want it.
I'll just kind of toss it quietly next to him on the ground then. I'll say, did you ever consider perhaps the fact that you'd do better standing with the people who brought Harold back across the Vale?
And he says, that depends. How many more tickets you got? Cross the veil, I mean.
As many as I need.
What about you? How was it seeing death?
It was largely as I expected.
Not you, I'm asking him. And he points to Harold.
Death is different for all of us. I wasn't brought to the place I was supposed to be. Because I still had purpose here. The gods did not want me to die just yet.
Oh. Chillin'.
Got a purpose, man.
Alright, I've had enough. The world's going to fucking die in 2 months, you absolute buffoon. Either help us, or you won't have a life at all.
And he his eyes get kind of wide, and then he sort of settles down and he shrugs and he says, "It's got nothing to do with me. I'm leaving."
Yeah,
There's nowhere to go.
everyone will leave in 2 months. All life will be destroyed.
You understand there's no place that you can run to that will get you away from this.
And he laughs and he says, "Your race is young. You don't know half as much as you think you do."
I talk to nature itself, youngling. Compared to her, we are nothing.
And he does consider that, and he nods and he says, "Oh yeah, the old gods, yes, they are
What
there."
do your gods believe? Do they believe in running away and not fighting?
My gods, they believe in surviving.
And what would you say if I told you old gods and new were united on this?
Well, I'd
My
say,
gods work with Harold's gods.
good for them. Wish them well.
Collecting much of that.
And he says, "Do you mind if I share your campfire for the night? I have been alone for quite some time."
I mind.
I wonder why.
And he says,
No,
"Well,
of course not.
the other members of my clan, they weren't so fortunate as I."
Sorry to hear it.
Good, and I walk off the bed.
How did they die?
One by one, the orcs, the giants.
Smart-ass little dwarf, one by one. No, shit. Really?
And what makes you think that won't be you as you make your way south by yourself? Why not make it mean something? Stay with us.
And he just shakes his head and he says, "I always admired humans for their spirit, but I curse them for their ignorance." And he just kind of looks at the jerky in his hands, and he takes a bite, and he sort of just falls quiet. He'll let you guys kind of continue talking about whatever you guys want.
I set up the tent that Harrison gave me, and I try and slam the door.
I'll call after him. If you have trouble falling asleep, the moss can tell you a bedtime story.
Yeah, I'm pretty much just going to check in with the squirrels. See if they have anything to add to the dwarf's story. Particularly about anything, the unnatural stuff that the moss sensed.
Yeah, so they're fastidiously counting nuts, and one's got one of the little green visors on, and another one's got a little abacus. They're counting, and but yeah, they'll since you succeeded, they will indeed trade you some information. they will tell you that something unnatural has come through here. Something that reeks of death, and not like your friend, but similar. But this thing, they saw it because they've been watching the dwarf for quite some time. It passed actually right near the dwarf the other night, and didn't even hesitate to walk right by him. Knew he was there, and just kept going.
Well, that's lovely.
Yeah, he was traveling on foot, and he was covered. He was covered in sort of rags. He was concealed and sort of huddled over, and he was traveling on foot, seemingly in the direction of Happy Tree.
Come on. Happy Tree has to make it. I will relay this quietly, as in not in earshot of the dwarf. Relay this information to the rest of the crew.
Cool.
But yeah, I definitely suggest we should be going first light.
We can, the Happy Tree.
Yep.
I would agree.
And I'm going to tell our little dwarf friend that he is welcome to share our fire and go his own way with no ill will, but he does have to leave the squirrels alone.
Well, if he's truly trying to get south, then he should head towards Happy Tree. Maybe not to, but at least that direction, so he can hit the river and get south much faster.
Then he can stay with us part of the way.
His eyes kind of light up when you say that. He says, "Now that's a thought. I hadn't considered that. That's a good idea."
Yep, it's the fastest way to the plains.
And so, he'll totally travel with you. Are you guys traveling towards the river at all, or will you guys have to part ways at some point?
Well, I mean, I'm definitely beelining for Happy Tree. It's whether or not we can convince him to stay with us during the trip.
Okay. Yeah. And so yeah, but he thinks that that's a fantastic idea.
Alrighty.
I switched up to divination for today because I noticed a really important detail about divination that I think is going to be like super helpful to us. Name a person, place, or thing you want to learn about. Your deity grants you visions of the target as clear as if you were there. So I could say, for example, our friend the giant turtle. And,
Cool.
you know, so we can maybe get some visions of things, or we can see if Hera is alive. You know.
Excellent. But before that happens, before the next dawn comes, Aziz.
Yeah.
You don't eat, but you do sleep, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, you'll be awoken by rough hands in the night. They will be sort of manhandling you a little bit. One of them is going to cover your mouth, and the other is going to sort of pick you up, and you're going to smell the dwarf clearly as he's.
Is he frozen?
No. But he's behind you as he sort of like picks you up off the ground where you were sleeping, and he's going to.
You froze for a bit in there. So...
Yeah.
Okay. I froze. Sorry.
Yeah.
The last we heard was like manhandling, basically.
Yeah, so
We'll start there.
Yeah, so the dwarf has wrapped his hands around your mouth to silence you, and
It did it again.
oh, it did. Yeah, I don't know why. It doesn't want me to talk about the dwarf.
Yeah, you're okay. You're back again.
Okay. So,
I think it's the storm.
Oh, okay. So we'll try this one more time. So the
For the calm.
so the yep. All right. So the dwarf has sort of like picked you up. Are you serious?
He's gone.
This is
Don't
ridiculous.
don't refer to him as dwarf. Maybe that's
I was
gonna
to cry.
I was gonna say, more okay, extended door, toe touching exercises.
What is going on?
You say the dwarf, and it just comes up.
What is going on?
Okay, now Brian's frozen. I can only see Adrian laughing.
Oh no, Terry, Mark, and
They're frozen
Classrooms.
for me. Yeah, all three of them are.
So start bobbing and weaving just to make sure you can see me move.
I'm gonna pee myself.
okay.
Don't make the pregnant lady pee, because that's.
Yeah, you don't want to do
I
that.
feel like that's bad karma.
Because the only person I could see reacting was just Adrian, so he looked crazy.
Discord be acting a fool.
Oh my god, they're all frozen.
Am I frozen?
Yes.
Frozen for me is me and Terry.
Are you serious?
All right, let's everybody disconnect and reconnect. We'll see if
Okay.
maybe that'll fix it.
Disconnect, reconnect to Discord.
Yeah.
I'm back here.
Okay, Maddie's frozen. Oh god. Oh look.
Is it work? Oh.
My abs hurt so bad.
maybe we got something going on here. All right.
Okay.
Oh,
I think
Well,
just don't
I am
even.
voguing.
Nobody say D. Nobody say the D word.
Okay,
to it
yes.
That's what started this. Every time you said it, John, you froze.
So we'll say
What
can we say Dugan?
Dune drop.
Dune drop. Can we say Dune drop?
The
Just say
dude.
the dude.
All right.
Dune
So
abides.
the Dune has picked you up off the ground, Aziz,
Okay.
and
All
has covered your mouth, and is talking, whispering in your ear from behind you, and he says, "I owe you a blood debt, and I'm gonna pay it. I'm saving your life." And he's gonna try to knock you out. What do you do?
Really?
Ostrich time.
It is ostrich time.
Oh shit.
Please let me have the final blow on this guy.
This is where.
Damn.
Another 14.
As you
Yeah.
transform into your ostrich form, Dewdrop's going to stumble back very suddenly, and he says, "You have to understand. I've lost everyone else."
Squawk.
And he's gonna stand there. He's basically gonna wait for you to make your move. He's not gonna advance towards you again, though. He's awed by your form.
Great.
As he should, yeah.
And I mean, I'll let the form drop, but I'll just be like, I understand that you have lost everything, but running is not an option for me. The world literally depends on me making this journey. You are welcome to join us, but I can't let you hinder me either.
He says, I thought you of all people would have more sense than these humans.
I do. But
Grumble, grumble, snort.
I do, and I understand the value of survival, but unfortunately, I cannot run away from this. This is bigger than all of us.
Well, the gods of the deep be damned. If you're rushing headlong into your death, I have no choice but to be there when you die. And do my best to stop it from happening.
Well, dying is not in my plans, and I will not be rushing headlong foolishly.
He says, I know I act senseless, but when I say this, I say it true. You can count on me.
I believe you. And thank you. Now get some sleep, you big lug.
And he's gonna give a belly laugh, and then he's gonna pull you in one more time, and maybe give you try to give you a playful hair ruffle, and then pass right out.
There we go.
And so you guys will continue your travel to Happy Tree. Now it only takes you guys, so you had to camp, but overall it only takes you about a day to get there. So how you want to play out your approach is up to you.
Had we already seen the giants heading that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or maybe you see them when you get closer, but you do see them at some point. Wherever is dramatically appropriate, I think, is where you should see them.
I don't really think we can spare the time to be stealthy about it.
I still have the shadow portal spell.
Maybe we should save that for emergency. Also, why is he still here?
Point to him.
He's traveling with us for a bit.
Oh, you're gonna fight with us. It's a great cause.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
You won't regret it. Harold, cut him a break.
Yeah, he says, oh, I don't mind. He's just scared I'll be twice the man he is, half his size.
I'm gonna back up over here.
Disease.
Yes.
I have never hated you, but I'm starting to dislike you because of him.
Because of him?
You're the reason I'm not murdering this man right here.
Well, I mean, I can understand, but he's essentially now just a refugee, so Yeah, he's traveling with us for a little while. I'm sure you two can find some common ground that doesn't involve pork.
Beard management, perhaps. You
Beard
could teach him a
management.
thing or two.
He says, "Yeah, he says, "Oh, I do believe you're right. First of all, you call that a beard."
I do the Shrek face look.
Pretty sure my daughter's got a better beard than you.
Oh, game drop.
Anger management is the second step.
But now is not the time for jealousy or playing around. Figuring out how we're gonna get into this tree. And at this point, you guys have a visual on it or not?
Yep.
Probably.
Okay, so I think so the visual. just. Oh, Harold. So the visual from the tree will be so you see the massive tree, and it looks like so you don't see any orcs, you don't see any of the warlords people. You only see giants, and there's about 7 of them, and they have the tree surrounded. Now there's like a decent amount of space between them. To walk from one end of the tree of Happy Tree to the other would take probably half a day. It's a massive tree, and then it's sort of the center of this town that's growing around it. Now there is a protective wall around it. This thorny walled structure that is sprung up out of the ground. And as the giants are kind of just standing around in a circle around the wall, you can see that the wall has actually birthed these sort of thorny titans, like these like thorny bundles of vine and thorn that sort of rival the giants in size. And they've sort of stepped out, and they are likewise standing still. So it's kind of the standoff, but the giants don't seem like they're too concerned with pressing onwards. It looks like they're kind of just waiting.
Maybe waiting for reinforcements.
Maybe trying to block people's exit. Kind of siege tactics.
You said 6 giants?
7.
7 giants.
Yes, and if you would like to...
Are they engaging with anyone? Does it seem aggressive at all?
If you would like to ask some pertinent questions, perhaps a discern realities would be a...
I'd be good with discerning some reality.
Okay.
I like doing that.
Me too.
Yes, you do like doing that.
Excellent. So you get 3 questions.
All right. I feel like. What do you think? Should we start with what's about to happen, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like a good one.
Yeah. What is about to happen?
So you're right on the nose. This is a siege tactic. This is no one is getting in or out. And the giants seem to be here to contain that situation. You can see the some wreckage strewn across one of the paths that lead into Happy Tree. It looks as though it might have been a cart of survivors. You're a bit too far away to see any gruesome details, but you can assume that the sort of stains emanating from the smashed wreckage might be the remnants of its passengers. There seems to be bits of wreckage sort of on all 3 paths that lead into into the
Right.
place. Yeah.
What here is not what it appears to be.
So these giants aren't like what was his name? Wum? I can never remember his name. What was his name? What was his name, Harold? Your giant friend?
Oh, his name was Grom.
Grom, yeah. So these are not like Grom. These are not like big bruisers. These actually appear to be like they share some like they wear like cloth dressings, almost symbolic in nature. They seem to not wield any weapons as well. You can tell that they are adorned with some jewelry and like little circlets on their heads, or big circlets on their heads, I guess. But you would get the impression that these are not your run-of-the-mill giants, that these probably have been practiced in the arcane arts.
Boy, magic giants.
Oh my.
Lovely. And what do you think we should go for? Should we go for what is useful or valuable, or what should I be on the lookout for? I think those are the two most valuable questions left. Which one should we go with?
I'm thinking useful, possibly to find a way in.
What here is useful or valuable to us?
Trying to decide if it's something you would see, if there would be a cue to see this, or if this might just be something you know. This might just be something. Oh, okay, yeah. So, so I'm gonna say over your time watching, you do see that there is like close to the where the river bends near Happy Tree. There is a boat coming down the river here, and it seems to disappear. Instead of passing Happy Tree, it seems to disappear right near Happy Tree.
So there may be a secret aquatic entrance, or else, depending on which side it's on, there could be a secret river entrance, or if the giants are using some magic, it could be like a secret landing.
Yeah, well, yeah, there's very little. I feel like there's very little time. If yeah, they'll be there before you know it.
Do we have any good ranged magic other than magic missile? We could try to take out a giant or two before they notice us, or should we try and sneak in by the river?
Try to sneak in.
Yeah.
Is throwing a dwarf considered a magic spell?
No, it's not.
I cast Dwarf. That's a 7th level spell.
If I cast magic weapon on the dwarf and you throw the dwarf, is he a magic missile?
Just give him a spear and it's fine. It's good.
Yeah, I think we should try to cut him off. It was just one boat, right? When the ship.
Well, there might be someone at Happy Tree camouflaging or doing something.
Yeah, maybe.
Trying.
Now, I saw that boat on the river, right?
Yes.
Can I try and cast divination on it to see where it is now?
Yes.
Alright. Come on, magic spell.
Nicely done,
nice.
sir.
Alright. So, divination will allow me to see visions of the target as clear as if I were there. So.
Okay.
You see the invisible boat perfectly.
You see a boat in a tunnel. There seems to be some panic in the air. There's rushed and panicked voices calling out, and there's a person who is sort of guiding the boat with a pole in this tunnel that's sort of adorned with roots, and the tunnel actually seems to be closing behind them as they move through it. Like the roots seem to be contracting as they pass through it, sort of closing the way behind them, and you can see it as clear as day.
So there's a tunnel. And
you said.
Right.
Yeah. So you can see everything clearly though.
Yes.
Okay. So so you're gonna be able to see
as clear as if I was there. So if the light there is dim, then it's gonna be dim for me as well.
Yeah. So there's some light aboard the boat, but you're going to hear some rushed, panicked voices, and you're going to see that lying.
I don't think I get any audio. I think it's just visual. But
oh, it's just visual.
Yep.
Okay, so you'll definitely be able to tell though. The panic at least. So
Sure.
you see there's somebody lying in the boat. It appears they've been grievously injured. It is a slender but muscular wood elf of some recognition to you. Means how he is your acolyte. I'm trying to remember his name. Duncan.
Duncan got dunked on.
He's wearing crimson blade attire, and although it is growing more crimson as the blood is sort of caking through the material, squatting over him, is still in armor, crimson blade armor, mind you, is
Milton, maybe?
It is Hera.
Is Hera?
Yeah.
I didn't even have to divination her, and we found her. Look at that. All right. So. I will relay to the rest of the gang about the hidden tunnel, and that I have no idea what activates it. Hopefully, it can sense that we're on their side.
And then guiding the boat. Let's say guiding the boat. We'll say guiding the boat is Stefan the Crimson Blade.
Oh, snap.
And he is looking worse for wear as well. He is not looking good. Now you briefly saw him, I believe, right? As you were teleporting away from the temple.
Yep.
Leading a charge, and by the looks of it, it does not look well, maybe it's too early to come to conclusions, but they are definitely a banged up lot. So that is what you will see.
Well, I'm going to skip the part about Hera because I know that Hera is not fond of my friends, and so I'm just going to omit that part of the story, but I will share that Duncan is hurt, and that Stefan is in the boat, and that the tunnel looks like it's magical somehow and lets people in auto-magically.
You say they're hurt? They're vulnerable?
Yes. Well, I mean, Duncan's one of ours.
Did you just say vulnerable?
I mean, yes, but no. That's the wrong message to be taking from here. We need to get in and help Duncan, and this seems like a good way to get past the giants and find out what's going on here.
Sounds like a plan.
So maybe we can all get one of those reeds to stick in our mouth and kind of, do in the river. Aziz, I don't suppose you know how to talk to plants as well, because I had to give that up today to be able to do that divination.
No, I do not have that ability.
Any magic you can lend to this cause, Harrison?
Always. But what do you need me to do?
I need for us to somehow communicate to the people inside Happy Tree that we're outside their secret tunnel and would very much like to get in without being killed by giants. Do you have something for that?
Got a giant repellent and a megaphone?
Now, the way you guys are approaching, you will have to contend with one of the giants however you wish, whether it's sneak past it or kick it in the balls or... well, actually, it's a lady giant, so presumably she doesn't have balls. Maybe.
Kick him in the tits.
Well,
Might as well.
Thanks for ruining that plan, John. You know that's Harold's move.
My best move, taken away.
And
My day.
Literally how he deals with giants.
I wonder if some of the giants are just like, oh no, not Harold. Oh no, don't touch my don't grab my balls, please. Oh no, I've fallen over. I'm so vulnerable.
Giant fetish play.
Well, I think we should try sneaky stealth on this part.
Yeah, are we far enough away that we can sneak over to the river without the giant seeing us?
If you want to take the hit on like spending more time to do it more safely, but if you want to do it as quickly as possible, you'll have to contend with the giant in some way.
What do y'all think? I feel like we're running against the clock here, but
I feel like if Harrison can boost me up like he did when we fought that thing in the dungeon.
Mwah. Mwah. Absolutely. Let me just tune my lute.
Or I could try to give it all of the target.
Don't count me. Don't count me out either.
Oh, I'm counting you out.
Yeah. I feel like Harrison and Harold both just kind of like, they're like talking about like, okay, so I'll boost you. And then he's like, yes, I'll go do this. And then the fucking dwarf just like in between both of us, like, I'm here too. And we're both like.
Yeah, it's kind of a human thing.
If we just all unload on this giant, would that give us time to get to the hidden entrance before other giants could close on us? Or
depends. It could get it depends on if it gets complicated. So like, that could always be a complication.
Okay, so let me start off with something. So I should probably do my arcane art before you go in. That way, if I fail, I'll attract attention. If I attract attention, we use the portal, last ditch effort.
Shadow portal, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do what I think I should do is do my arcane art and boost him. And if he's boosted, he can go hard on this giant, and then if he takes it down, he takes it down. If not, see what else everybody else can do damage-wise, and then if we can't, then I'll use the shadow portals. Everybody will get a hit and see if we can get it down.
Well, we may not have to get him down if the oil tag is potent enough. We can just put him to sleep.
Yeah.
Is it potent enough?
I don't know. Is it potent enough, John?
I don't know. It depends. How you gonna roll? How you gonna roll?
Well, I figure it's applied, so I'll apply it to like a pin and sneak up behind him and poke him.
Yeah. Yeah. It will all depend on whether or not you roll well.
Oh, that's a roll?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's whatever y'all want to do. We can try to take him. We can try that, or we can try to take him down.
Well, I mean, we can be at the ready if it doesn't take him down. And...
Yeah.
All right. So, do I have to roll anything to sneak up on him, or just roll the poison?
Stealthy.
So you're going to sneak up on him or her and try to apply this poison, correct? Okay.
How big are these giants?
They're pretty big. I'd say they're like maybe 20 feet tall.
Whew, okay.
Okay. So, all right, so let's see. Do I need a map? No, I don't think I do. So if you want to sneak up, then you're going to have to first avoid some danger here.
Discuss with Harold whether or not he wants to charge on a rhino or run behind a rhino.
I think it's dealer's choice.
Well, I'm going rhino. It's whether or not I wait for you to hop on or not. So, your call.
So, so as you go in to get closer, Rook, your mind is going to become somewhat fuzzy, kind of like TV static if there were TVs at such a time. I'm gonna need you to defy danger.
Constitution?
I would say something mental, like intelligence or wisdom.
Yeah, it's all the same. Okay. Oh.
Mental fortitude. Okay. So so as you go in to get close, the giant is going to become aware of your presence, and she's going to turn. She's going to lift her fingers to her forehead, and her eyes will grow wide, and she will immediately turn to scan the area. She's going to see you, and she's going to raise her. Or she's going to pull her hand away and raise her hand and extend her fingers, and her fingers will begin to crackle with lightning. And
Plan B, Rhino Heavy Metal Rush. Let's go.
I got two things brewing here.
oops.
I got your back, Brooke. Don't worry about it.
Oh, there we go.
Is it?
Oh, so let you roll. And let me roll.
Whew.
That's a good shapeshift turn.
Why won't it let me roll?
Because it doesn't want you to do what you're going to do to us.
I'm trying to roll here. Oh, I think it's because there's actually no numbers in there. Ah, there we go. So she's going to do 10 damage to you as the lightning extends from her fingers, and it's going to zap you. And when it zaps you, it's also going to she's going to sort of concentrate it on you as she begins to walk closer. It's kind of keeping you bound where you are as she's going to walk closer to you.
I hold up my holy symbol
Okay.
and call upon Janrik and use a hold from my divine intervention,
Okay.
and somehow inexplicably the lightning splits around him and does no damage.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah. So the Janrik's holy light protects you.
I pretend like I did that.
Andrick summons a pair of rubber boots on him.
I see somebody has shapeshifted into a rhino with 4 hold, or 5 hold, or 4 hold.
Seven hold.
7 hold.
7 hold rhino.
And so what's the rhino doing? Or is are you charging? Are you already charging in with Tyrion?
I'm already charging in.
Okay.
I would love to be on his back if able.
I think there's plenty of room on that rhino.
All right, I'll get on to them. What the hell? I'm like,
Why not make it 3?
No! Just spend my action to kick the dwarf off.
I know you're tired.
Harrison, are you doing anything?
Yeah, I'll buff my bro. Try to at least.
Okay.
I will then buff him, so let me read to you if you would like to take note of what you will get. So let me open up my little buffs here real quick. All right, so you get, I choose 2 effects. You get to choose one of them to double. Okay. So I get to choose 2 effects instead of 1. I get to choose 2 effects and I get one of them to double. Okay.
Okay.
So you would get 6d4 extra on your attack.
Wait, how much?
6d4.
6d4?
6d4s extra, since I have a +2 and then a +1. I think. Let me make sure there's nothing else I have hiding here. I don't think so. And then after that, you haven't taken any damage yet, so I don't know if that's really going to be beneficial to you. So if you decide to aid anybody, the next time someone successfully assists the target with aid, they get +2 instead of +1. So 64 extra 2. Yeah, I would heal you for extra if I could, but I can't. So thumbs up then.
I will gladly take the +2 from aid if anyone can do that. That sounds amazing.
Well, see, we've got Aziz.
Yeah, I'll aid.
Okay. So roll plus bond.
Hit me up with them strange and confusing ways.
Yes, yes, I will.
Very nice.
Nice.
Oh, Lord.
I think I was the only fail of the night.
And so,
So far.
do you have an idea of how you aid here?
Pretty much the same thing as last time.
Okay.
Charge up, and as soon as we get close, basically just give him a boost so he can do another flying attack.
Like launch him. You guys got this down to a science.
Yeah.
I love it. And all right, well then it just comes down to Harold, I believe. So you've got your +2.
Yeah, fueled with Harrison's passionate music and using Aziz as basically a springboard. I will. How far up can I jump on this giant lady?
We'll say it kind of just depends. Tell me what you're shooting for, and then we'll let the roll sort of determine.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I would like to shoot for the neck, but that's probably reaching. But
I feel like it's okay if you depending on how
I feel
you.
like my magic might help assist with that a little bit too. A little bit of glitter carries him up.
But
What is he, a Powerpuff Girl?
hey now.
The prettiest Powerpuff.
Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon.
Let's all be magical girls.
Hell
You know?
Heroes are just magical girls. I've always been saying this.
If we can come up with rules for a magical girl role-playing game, I will DM it. I'm just saying right now. I will DM all of us in a magical girl role-playing game.
Watch what you say. It's out there. I've been eyeing it for a while.
Nick may want in. I'm just saying.
So yeah. So it sounds like you might be hacking and slashing.
I am going to be hacking and slashing.
Okay.
And we'll go with the Superman punch. We'll do that. It's more fun that way.
Okay.
So.
Oh my god! I think that's been the highest roll so far.
Wow.
That is a Superman punch right there.
So John.
Wow.
Activate smash. So I would like to destroy her jaw.
Well, 6. Whoa.
Roll your damage.
I mean, that's a natural crit, right?
Yeah, he crit too.
It's a lot. Yeah. So
plus he gets to roll all them damn d4s.
it is as I expected. So yeah, how do you do this?
I'm just flying up and I'm just going to dislocate her jaw. Just destroy it.
Like in the whole Superman uppercut.
Yeah.
I mean, the Rhino launches him with
as she's falling, I'm sliding down her body.
Wow. God damn, that was crazy. That was like the most you could roll for that attack anyway. For that hack and slash.
Yeah, no, I rolled 2 6s.
So you just destroy this giant, and maybe even fall down with the body, So this whole thing, so this started with Rook sneaking up, getting caught in this like telekinetic like field, and then or this like telepathic field, and then like she turns, casts lightning. Tyrion rushes in and negates the damage completely with the power of Janrik. Behind him, Aziz charges in with Harrison playing on his back. Harold jumps up on the horn of the rhino, gets launched off, flies through the air, and just punches the shit out of this giant.
Yeah, I give a you know we got this look, like the smug look to the dwarf. And just give that little like. So think we can't handle ourselves?
Oh yeah, he is just after you land, Harold, Doomdrop is just like, I don't believe it, and he's going to like come over and he says that was amazing. You flew through the air. You punched it. It went down. And he says,
later. We need to get inside.
He says, mark my words. If I have a say in it, you'll never pay for another drink as long as you live.
All right, we can be friends. And I start.
On one condition, we can be friends. You gotta show me how you did it.
I just.
You're gonna need a board and a drink.
And you guys can start running towards the entrance because that did attract some attention. So.
Well, I am going to maintain rhino form and basically motion everybody to hop on.
Yep.
And as you charge through the as you charge towards the spot, you can actually see Aziz. You can actually see there's something up with the wall that surrounds Happy Tree. There's like because it's this living wall, right? Of these brambles of vines and sticks, and the part where you took out the giant, as you're looking, you sort of glance over at it, you can see that it's sort of parting itself.
Ooh, I will detour towards the part.
And just for dramatics, just for dramatic sake, we can say that like maybe two giants are kind of closing in on the side, and as you burst through the wall, and it sort of closes up right behind you.
Nice.
And you guys are in the Happy Tree, which Happy Tree is full. There are more people in Happy Tree right now than you've ever seen. As you guys come in, you can see it looks like people from all over the Borderlands. Refugees from everywhere, all in different states of disheveledness. Some are broken and bloody. Some are staring at you with needy eyes. Some of them are scared of you. But this only lasts for a second as whispers begin to make their way around the crowd. And one name is on everybody's lips.
Doondrip.
I don't think that's it. They probably look like they've seen a ghost.
And indeed, the name Harold rings out throughout the crowd, in whispers only. What do you guys do?
So there are many wounded here. We need to heal as many as we can. I want to find Duncan.
What about Hera?
I didn't mention her being here.
Oh, okay. So I don't know. Yes.
I intentionally left her out of the story. But I know that she'll be wherever he is. So
you said, yeah, you're like Duncan.
I need to go find Duncan. It's very important.
It's very. And we're like, okay. Not taking the, like, not knowing what you mean by that.
Harold, having forgotten who the hell Duncan is. Who?
Well, I guess somebody's to try to wrangle these people inside him.
I don't think there's room inside. I think this is just refugee status.
Yeah, is Fala and Nana here as well? Do we see them anywhere?
Yeah, so basically, like, there's the tree in the center, and then there's like a town essentially, and so these people are behind the wall within the town, but obviously it's way too populated. There are people like out in the streets, kind of camping and making do the best they can.
I want to try and make my way through the crowd, asking if anyone has seen Stefan, because I know Duncan was with Stefan.
And nobody seems to know what you're talking about, but as you're going through the crowd, like Harold's name is on the lips, but you'll see a couple people from what was it, Hawthorne, survivors perhaps from Hawthorne, maybe people who luckily got out a little earlier than the rest, or
Working the fields when the town got hit.
yeah, and but they will sort of weep openly at the sight of you, Tyrion, knowing that you saved the town for if only a while.
I'll kind of lay hands on people as I walk by, just to make them feel blessed or whatever.
And and the throngs of the crowd will sort of surge up, and perhaps overwhelm you a little bit. Like, hands are extended from everywhere as they sort of start to squeeze in, and
Not a cult.
but it kind of makes it makes it difficult to move through the crowd, actually.
Yeah, what the heck? I'm over here, a little bit jealous, probably. Everybody's talking about Harold. Everybody's wanting to touch Tyrion. Don't they know who I am?
And I'll try to shout over the din, friends. There are wounded that I must get to heal. I will attend to all of you as best I can, but first, I must get to the dying. Please let me through. There are others here who can aid you. Harold is here, Aziz is here, Harrison is here. I intentionally don't mention Rook because I know he doesn't like attention. He prefers to do his help from the shadows.
And yet I was mentioned last. What is this?
That
We're
he's
getting all
wanted
huffy
in every
now.
town.
Defy danger with charisma.
Whoa.
He saved the best for
yes.
last, Harrison.
My move, charisma. This will go well.
See how much control you have over these people.
Danger.
And he's
Right.
got control.
Hey. Wait, so did you just crit on that? Did you crit?
I did. I crit because I have a -1 charisma. It's funny. I have charisma is my lowest stat, and yet I almost never fail a charisma check.
Well, now you've said it.
Yeah, right.
He said it before every time.
It's I think I failed one. And it's
So-
I keep getting myself into situations where I have to make a die roll against something that I'm not good at.
So in response to your words, the crowd will lift you up, and you will begin to crowd surf towards the tree.
Nice. Oh, that's gonna piss Harold off watching me Harrison off watching me crowd surf. Harrison, look, I'm crowd surfing.
I'm a rock star.
Harold, people are swelling around you as well, but it's more with sort of this cautious like we saw, like, some of them are from the Blood Bowl. They saw you die, you know, like there's whispers. One person will bravely step forward and say, "Are you him? Are you Harold?"
Do I look like anyone else?
And he looks back and he says, "But Harold is dead."
Not any longer. And I kind of walk past him, almost like shoulder to shoulder, and I look to the crowd. And I take tone and try and address everyone. I fell at the Blood Bowl. I was dead for almost 2 weeks. But I am back. For the gods have deemed my job is not done. With the help of Tyrion and my friends, I have returned. You have nothing to fear. But please, help us that are willing to fight by staying safe and inside of the tree, if possible.
But the giants!
We just fell one. There are only 6 left. And they'll be gone soon.
And at this, people will start to it'll just be like a wave of relaxation, sort of go as you've assuaged the crowd's fears. You'll hear the people, like some of the people will clap, some of the people will just sort of break down, like is this the hope they've been waiting for? Like, is this the break they finally get? And the people will embrace you. Not in the way that they did Tyrion. Not dangerously, but... And, Rook, what are you doing?
I'm just listening to this whole thing.
Okay.
Taking it in.
I think Dune Drop will start telling people what he just saw, reinforcing Harold's power here. And, he launched off the back of a rhino, punched and one punched the giant in the face, and just like going off and about it. Harrison, you're standing back. You're a little jealous.
Yeah. I'm definitely happy. I'm like, well, he wouldn't have been able to one punch it if it wouldn't have been for me. Grumble, grumble, grumble.
I'm imagining that I'm hearing.
But it's like under like hushed breaths and just crossed arms and puffed pouty cheeks.
And you're going to feel a tug at your pants leg, and you're going to hear a voice say, "Well, I still think you're special."
It's Nana.
And if you look down, it's Nana, and she says, "I'm so glad you made it."
Yeah, I pick her up and I hug her gently. She's fragile. I don't know that she's not, but
she's gonna give you a big kiss. She's gonna try to go for the lips.
Whoa! Yeah, it probably just accidentally happens, honestly. And I'm like,
Give.
Oh my god!
Accidentally get some tongue.
And I see you brought Harold.
Yes, Nana. We brought Harold.
Well. And
she like all like fanning herself now, and I remember she has the hots for Harold, right?
Totally. Who doesn't?
Oh my god.
And she says, there's so much to catch up on. You must tell me, where have you been? What have you done? How did you survive the attack on the town?
Oh, by the skin of our teeth, Nana, by the skin of our teeth. Let me play you a song. So then I'm like, I'll start singing about our misadventures from then to now to Happy Tree. And after I'm done singing, I suppose. I'll ask her what kind of trials and tribulations they went through.
And she says, Did you really kill the leader of the orcs in one swipe with your mighty rapier?
Maybe. No.
That was in the song, right?
Wait, did I actually do that?
No, I was just making up some outlandish shit that Harrison might put in his songs, like, because obviously Harrison's the hero, right? Like,
no, it's typically Harold or Tyrion is who I sing about.
all right.
And the Aziz and Rook get their little one hit wonders.
No. Remember, I saved Clive's ass at one time. He has written the whole.
Clive has an album for you.
When Harrison starts playing, I just wanna like look out to the cloud and just like be like just hand motion to be quiet, and I will walk away.
Okay.
And I would like the crowd to listen as well.
Yeah, and you can definitely convey the story of what's been happening through song, Harrison. Absolutely.
The town's about to get sieged. We're trying to get everybody situated, and Harrison breaks out in song.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Harrison's like, this is a great time for me to sing about it.
Well, it seems to. It definitely seems to quell the people. They're not. The song is inspiring to them. Along with the piece of seeing Harold and Tyrion, these people are pumped. And so who's doing what next? Aziz, what are you doing?
I actually snuck off from the very beginning.
Okay. What did you get?
I am looking for, in this order, Turtle, Fala, or Duncan.
Okay. So the turtle will be relatively easy to find. Fala will be there as well. So even if you just climb atop like a house, or if you just ask around, people can direct you to where the turtle is, because it is quite a sight. They say that the turtle has gone into Happy Tree, and is with the priests who reside there.
All right. Well, that is where I am heading. I will let Rook know, because I know he is probably also standing back.
Okay.
And I would just let him know. I mean, I'm going to go talk to the turtle.
Okay.
And follow. And then I will head off.
Okay.
As Harrison does his singing. That's why I like not being the popular one.
Easier to sneak away.
Exactly.
And so
I do not know how I could handle a crowd's worth of adoration right now.
And so as you move, as you glide through the crowd who's not paying attention to you, you can access Happy Tree, and the next scene can pick up where you're standing at the inner sanctum, which is kind of this. It's not necessarily like a private place, just not like a lot of people go there. There's not like guards or anything keeping people out. And it's this spectacular. It's like a there's like a large knot of wood, and floating above it is this sort of like a lava lamp of tree sap. It's very pretty, and just sort of hovering in the air above it, and the hall is quite big, big enough to fit the giant turtle, as many of the archways in Happy Tree are quite large. So It's like a cathedral inside, and so the so the turtle is positioned near the large knot where the sap is, and so the amber sap, and then Fala and Malfolio are there as well, and one of the priests that tend to the tree. And when Fala sees you, she will jump up from her kneeling position, and she will run over to you, sort of slide down on her knees and throw her hands around you, and maybe even pick you up and say, I am so glad to see you.
I am so glad to see you as well. I'm glad you made it out.
And
Somewhere in the background, Harrison.
Harrison just,
balloon.
Yeah. What was that?
Oh
and
Harrison's even more jealous and doesn't even know why.
and she sets you back down, and she says, she like pretends to sort of dust herself. She says, forgive my rudeness.
Quite all right.
I am overjoyed to see you. And your friends, yes? They made it out as well.
Yes, they did. They are dealing with the crowd outside.
The turtle said you would be fine, but I began to wonder.
I'm glad he was confident.
Yes, the turtle led us here, helped us escape the attack, and I used as much magic as I could to cover our tracks. I hope that didn't make it hard to find us.
No, we had a good idea where you were heading, so it didn't deter us too much.
And now we are here.
Strategy up.
And now we are here, and trapped by these giants.
Yes. We had a friend that was recently brought in by a tunnel under the tree.
And
grievously wounded.
She seems confused. She says, this I did not know.
I see.
But if they are under the tree, there is only one place they could be.
And where would that be?
And she'll motion for you to follow her.
I will follow.
So Tyrion, you, as you were crowd surfing towards the tree, when you are finally put down, there is a an elf with unlike the moon elf and unlike the wood elf, this is a tall and slender like most elves, almost bronze skin, and like jet blonde hair, and like big sort of like these unwieldy, like spirally kind of eyebrows, and very sharp pointed features, and this almost imperceptible expression on her face. And she's dressed in this very plain white robe, and when you land before her, she says, Tyrion, I presume.
Yes. And you are?
And she says, I am one of the priests here. I see to the inner sanctum. We do not identify ourselves with names.
It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Apologize for my abruptness, but a friend of mine was just brought in through the tunnels and is very badly wounded. I would like to attend to him.
You were expected.
Well, that will make this easier. the dawn.
And she will take you as she moves. She seems to be able to move through the tree, like it seems to open itself to her. And as if you follow, it will create a path for you. Let's see, Rook, Harrison, and Harold. You're still with the crowd out there. Harrison has just finished up his song. Nana is there. She's gonna come over and jump on Harold and give him a big hug.
And a grope.
I'll hug him back.
And she says,
She's like squeezing his muscles. Is it really you? Are you back?
and she's also, she
You're
says,
working out, I see.
Yeah.
did you get handsomer in the afterlife? There's a certain darkness to you. It's very charming.
Oh God.
Thanks. I'm not sure. I came back a little wiser, though. At least that's not much. I still have my dumb charm.
She says, well, don't worry. I waited for you. And she winks.
Oh. Ew.
Harrison?
How thoughtful, Nana. That's very sweet. What did you want to tell Harold? Other than that.
But what a fantastic story. And what did she want to tell you? I totally forgot. I had something and I totally forgot what she wanted to say.
So Harold was like, just a forgotten.
Yeah. Oopsie. No, I get it. It's the Herald thing. Yeah, it's good. I'll just go slink off to my own little corner. And I think I might take the giants by myself, actually.
However, if you guys did want to address the, I don't know who has the hilt of the blade. If you guys wanted to address that or not.
That would be Tyrion.
Yeah, I think that's a Tyrion thing, but we can at least tell her about it, right?
Yeah.
And
I'm going inside.
Take it.
well, you can go with her to find Fala, and then you can. So you guys, you three will be the last to show up. So Tyrion, you're the first to show up. In the underbelly of the tree. You will see. Oh, sweet. Hey, Devastation Props. Thank you for the community sub.
Hey.
It's excellent to see you.
It's been a while.
It has been a while. It's excellent to see you anytime. So Tyrion, you will be the first to arrive, and as you do, you'll yes, and you'll see Duncan sort of laid out on this bed of vines that has sort of formed itself, and Hera is standing over him. Stefan is standing back, sort of hugging one of the walls in the chamber, and another priest is tending to the wounds, and he seems very methodical and expressionless and very sort of systematically investigating the wound. When you arrive, the priest that accompanied you will go over to him and whisper something in his ear. He will look up and see you, and he will step back and sort of fold his blood-stained hands over over one another and watch.
As I walk in, I'm gonna just reach up, squeeze Hera on the shoulder, and then.
Yo, that's when we walk in. Yeah.
She's gonna reach a hand up, and as you squeeze her shoulder, she's gonna just squeeze your hand, and
Miss girl.
Though no words pass between you, her expression is one of grateful and grateful mixed with relief, mixed with I miss you, you know, and but she won't say anything. She'll give you the look.
Okay.
Ah, she's showing her ankles.
Whoa! For that armor. Woo!
We're gonna try and cure some moderate wounds on this boy.
Okay. Yeah, and as you approach him, he's going to look up at you, and he says, he smiles weakly, and his eyes are half shut, and he seems a little delirious, and he says, Tyrion, he says, Janrik, you look just like Tyrion.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna put my hand on his forehead and say, "Rest well. You have done right by me," and just heal him, and we'll give him
Mark of death.
no.
Etched upon his forehead.
Not that. No, not that. So I get to add my level to the healing, which means he's going to get +7 on this.
You will serve Janrik well, boy.
Ray's dead. Animate dead.
Whoa,
Oh my god.
22 points of healing.
Very nice. So, and by the light of Janrik, he will see himself healed anew. Bathed in Janrik's light, he will be revitalized. And I think, Aziz, that's probably about when you come in, and you will see the light. You will see Tyrion standing over this bed of vines, and you will also see that the elves kind of recoil at this a little bit, like they like not recoil, but they're just like it's a little distasteful to them. And
That look.
yeah, and you'll also see Hera, and she'll give you a curt nod as you come in.
I will return the curtness of the nod.
And you'll also see Stefan, who's just kind of standing back the furthest away, sort of leaning up against the wall.
Have I ever actually even seen Stefan?
I'm sure you've seen him. Maybe?
I
don't
don't
know.
think so.
I don't think he's.
How-
I don't think he's.
How
In a
wild
part
is that? So you don't even know who this is. I guess
No.
you could have deduced that it's Stefan if you knew he was going to be there. But yeah, so you see this this very broad-shouldered, like dark-haired. Does he have dark hair or does he have blonde hair? I can't remember. Does it matter? Dark hair, yeah. So you see this this broad-shouldered, barrel-chested, dark-haired, very handsome man. He's getting on in his years, but he's very handsome and very stylish, even in his battle-worn attire. He still manages to have a bit of panache about him, even in the way he carries himself and holds himself. And he's completely ignoring you. So
He might be able to deduce it's Stefan, since I did say that
yeah,
Stefan was with Duncan,
Okay, you did say that. Yeah, right.
and he is wearing Crimson Blade attire. So
oh yeah.
depending on how many other Crimson Blades are in this room.
Well, Hera is also in Crimson Blade attire, and Duncan is as well. And
confuses me.
and what do you do, Aziz?
Oh, I'm just walking up to Greek Duncan.
Okay. Yeah, and
Now I know he's okay.
yeah.
So I'm just going up and saying hi.
Yeah, he'll reach out a hand towards you to take your hand and squeeze it firmly. Maybe even pull you in for a hug if you'll allow it.
Oh yeah.
And he says, I'll be honest. My faith in Janrik is strong, but even I did not think that I would see you again.
Oh, we all have many parts to play. I'm just glad you're still part of it.
And he.
You're going to love.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you think that's good, you're going to love what comes next.
And as if on cue, Harold, Harrison, and Rook will enter the room, following. Oh, and Fala's in there as well. I forgot to say. Well, Fala accompanies Aziz, right? Yeah. So, So Harrison, Harold, and Rook will enter the room, following Nana and Malfolio, and everyone is reunited.
It feels so good.
Yes, my girl Fala's there. I know she's got a husband. I'm very happy for them, but she's just so beautiful to look at.
Yes, the walk down. Like, I want to know everything about the walk down here from the expression on yours and Malfolio's face when you walk through the door.
Yeah, see, the thing is, I don't think Malfolio hates me though, because I saved his life. I think he's probably happy to see me, and I'm happy to see him too. But yeah, you got a hot wife,
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you guys are quite chummy.
Yo, dude, can I
Yeah. It's your wife is really pretty.
Well, Moon Elf culture does play by different rules, so.
Oh,
no, Malfolio's probably interested in me, honestly.
They live a lot longer, so they might have a little bit freer rules on that.
They could adopt you like a pet.
Why would you trigger me like that?
So yes, but Fala will rush up and give throw her arms around Harrison, and she will say,
yes.
She will say, she'll sort of put her hands on your shoulders, and she'll sort of stand back a little bit and kind of take you in. She says, do my eyes deceive me, or perhaps have you learned something?
I mean, I did get a bit stronger. Wait, you say learn something?
Yes, your eyes look a little less vacant than before.
Well, I've been working on my spell book, and I've been learning spells, and I can create portals.
And she said,
I have a question.
And and she says, of course.
Tyrion, the blade, please, or what was left of it.
Yes, of course, and I will rummage in my pack. And
Hi,
produce the
Hera.
Hera says, and she says,
Did I not tell you that Hera was here?
No, you didn't.
No. You didn't tell us that.
Must have
Would you
slipped
like some
my
privacy?
mind.
She says, Harrison, good to see you're still alive.
Good to see you as well.
And she says, Harold, I had heard the worst. I'm glad to see the rumors were not true.
Oh, I thought you were about to say the worst by came back to life, but glad to hear you aren't that pissed at me.
And Duncan's like, I told you.
Annoying, that kid on the Polar Express with the glasses,
I told you, by the faith
12-year-old know-it-all.
by the faith of Janrick, anything is possible. And then he gets a little dizzy and he has to sit back down again. And so Fala will sort of take a look at the blade, but Granny is the one who, or Nana, sorry, Nana is the one who sort of jumps forward and says, oh, why don't I take a look at it? Magical items are my expertise, after all. And she'll wink at Harold.
Oh.
No.
I'm going to turn back to Harold and say, do you need some time alone?
Yes.
Yeah. Where is... what was the name of the woman that Harold actually was with?
Oh, the priestess lady?
Yes. don't remember her name. Like Eddie, like me. I
How?
don't remember.
Yeah, how typical. No, her name is.
She only saved your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, like once.
What's she done for me lately?
Oh
That was a couple
no!
months.
I had to write her name down. Lucidia.
Lucidia.
Yes. You haven't seen her.
Is the city here?
Fala will give you a sort of that all-knowing smile.
She and Harrison have the same face right now, too. Like,
And she will say, the priestess from the arena.
Yeah, that would be the one.
that would be the one, Paula.
Mm-hmm.
I believe she has taken her place tending the shrine in the town above. I could take you there, if you like.
You know what? And I looked at Tyrion. I will have some time alone.
Oh, I said hi.
Appraisal of magical artifacts is best left to the experts, as she says as she looks at Nana, and she will gladly take you to the surface if you like. Nana's gonna need some time to look at this thing anyway.
Yeah, I'm going with Fala, Malfolio, and Harold.
On the way, I actually asked Fala if she can do the the tattoo idea that I was talking about before.
Uh-huh.
That could be possible with like, I don't know, magic ink or.
Yeah, that's actually more in her husband's wheelhouse. Malfolio can do that.
Yeah, he's chill. He's real chill.
So, so you can spend some downtime doing that. Like I said, it's going to take Nana some time to sort of look at this thing and appraise it. Do the rest of you have anything in particular you would like to do in the meantime?
Turtle.
Yes. Okay. So we'll talk to the turtle. Tyrion?
I'll probably talk to the priests and priestesses here,
Okay.
because since they're expecting me, I suspect there's a little more to it than that.
Okay.
I like how Stefan sort of got ignored during all this.
Oh yeah, I'll probably talk to him too. I should probably chat.
I have other things on my mind at the moment.
I know, but it's just like,
Well, he's also not making himself very known here. This is not his most powerful position, so.
Right.
He's probably trying to blend at the moment.
I'm a good guy too.
But okay, cool. So let's resolve. Rook, did you have anything in particular you needed to do?
No, not in particular. I just kind of watching around, keeping a low profile just in case I see anybody.
Okay.
I might be wanted by.
And all right, so Aziz the turtle. The turtle will sigh heavily as you approach.
Is it that bad?
Speaker.
Great one.
You now know the truth, do you not? You have seen.
Yes, I have.
Then I have something to share with you.
Very well.
And he will extend his neck will extend from his shell as his head comes towards you, and he will touch his the tip of his beak to your forehead, and the knowledge will be sort of transferred into you. Visually, I'm not sure how you think that would go, but just like the knowledge of the ritual, just whoosh, like golden magic just all around you, or if it's just like a simple like tink.
Like I like to think that from the outside it just looks like a dink. But in my head it's just like, as opposed to like words and diagrams, it's like
your hair is blowing
and stuff like that. Of others performing the ritual. But yeah, I think from the outside it'd just be like a little tap on the head, and everybody else be like, "That's it." I mean, I'm just sitting there, kind of like, oh, wide-eyed and shaking.
And he says, "Tum Tum knows."
He already knows the ritual?
No, he knows that you will seek to perform the ritual. He also seeks to perform the ritual for his own desires.
I see. Yet another reason to keep an eye or check out Tum Tum.
He has powerful magic at his disposal. You would be wise to be cautious.
That I definitely will.
If he were to extract even 1/4 of the ritual from one of the ancient animals, this could complicate things.
Yes, I understand. And does he know where the other ancients may be?
His knowledge is vast, but I cannot be certain. He has spent hundreds of years collecting magical lore and items to bolster his knowledge and his power. He is, without a doubt, one of the most formidable foes in the land.
I think. And do you know where the other ancients are?
And if turtles can smile, this turtle smiles. And he is going to I was gonna say he gives you a map of some sort, but maybe not a map, but maybe he's going to when he passed the knowledge to you, he's going to maybe project 3 constellations in your mind, 3 constellations to guide you.
He gives you quest markers.
Yes, he did.
Dude, I'm just waiting for that technology. It's gonna be great. And so that's gonna happen. Let's see, Harold, you went up to speak with Lucidia. When Lucidia sees you, she's going to she's tending to the wounded. Oh, sorry, Aziz, was there anything else?
No.
Okay.
No, that was it.
When Lucidia sees you, Harold, she's tending to the wounded. She looks pretty swamped. She's going to look up, she's going to see you, and she's going to say, "Oh, you're alive."
I don't say a word, I just walk up and kiss her.
And she's a little flustered, and but she does relent and kiss you back. The person laying on the bed beside her is or beneath or in front of her is is kind of like and she's going to
with my doctor.
She's going to she's finally going to push you away, and she says she's going to whisper. She says, I am glad to see you, but I have work to do.
I know, and that is why I did it. We'll talk later.
And she nods. She says, yes, we will talk later.
I look to Harrison, all smug like.
A lot quicker than I expected, honestly.
Oh, who did you want to know?
And then Malfolio will be preparing his inks for your tattoo. Tyrion, do you speak with? Harold, Harrison. Anything else?
Not that I don't think I have anything else.
Okay. Tyrion, you said you wanted to speak with Stefan.
Should I do Stefan first or the priests? Well, I can do the priests next time. Let's talk to Stefan.
Okay.
So, I notice you're trying to blend.
He says, kind of difficult for me, wouldn't you say? I stick out like a sore thumb anywhere.
A bit, yes. Things didn't go the way you planned.
And he says, well, I saw you making a run for it.
Well, we were betrayed. I thought it was by you, but looking at the state of you, perhaps you were betrayed as well.
We thought we had the element of surprise. And I think we did, but it wasn't enough.
Tum-Tum has some serious magic up his sleeve, and he was able to turn our well-crafted parley with Plumcrish into a trap for us.
He says, that bastard. He's so clever. It's a shame he never. It's a shame he never uses it except for tricks.
Oh, he uses it for more than tricks. I assure you of that. I told you when I last saw you, and I was not kidding. He means the end of the world. I don't know why he wants to bring it about, but he is plotting the destruction of the world.
And Stefan laughs and he says, Tyrion, please. One warlord takes over another warlord. The world never ends, it keeps turning. We'll find a way.
This is not warlord politics, this is old magic. And this is speaking from someone who brought Harold back from the dead. Yes, he's here and he's alive. You saw him.
I saw him.
I told you it would happen. When are you going to learn to start listening to me? You used to.
He says, he looks up and with weary eyes, and he says, the day might not be so far away that I may listen to you again, old friend.
Yes. I just don't know if I can listen to you. You've betrayed me one too many times at this point.
And look where it's gotten me.
As I warned, if you remember in our last meeting.
And he says, I was betrayed as well. I thought I could count on the other two legs of the triumvirate. It appears that they had other designs in mind.
Indeed. I foresaw your downfall. Had you listened, it would never have come to pass.
And he'll consider that for a moment, and then he'll say, "So what's this about old magic?" And then I think I want to cut that scene off right there. So you can just explain, like off screen.
Yep.
And
exactly.
then And then it's 11:06. So I do want a scene where we're all back together, but maybe we'll start off with the result of Nana's research at the beginning of next time. We can sort of, yeah, I think that might be a good way to go.
Yeah.
And so we'll sort of phase out. We'll see Harold. We'll see Malfolio hard at work on Harold's tattoos, with using his magic inks. Perhaps Harrison noodling a bit in the.
Noodling.
Doth thou noodle?
My acoustic noodling.
Playing the acoustic noodle.
The acoustic noodle. It's like a pool noodle, and it just makes noise like those little like stick things.
Yes.
But it's just a pool noodle that does it.
Or like the vacuum cleaner hose that when you spin it at different speed, it's like.
It's a party.
And what would Rook be? What would be Rook's final scene here? Who are you hanging out with?
Honestly, I don't know where it was at.
Okay. Well, you can kind of just be wandering throughout the crowd a little bit. Maybe like
he finds Clive.
seeing what's up. Oh yeah, Clive. Yeah.
Clive's like, I've written a new song.
Yeah. You can absolutely find Clive. And and he'll instantly gravitate towards you and start telling you about the song he's working on. Aziz, who are you hanging out with?
I'm actually helping with the wounded.
Okay.
Singing the healing songs of the spring and the brook.
Okay. And so maybe even with Lucidia, helping Lucidia out. Yeah. Okay. And
Harold in the background, like peering, like.
So we'll sort of.
He's tapping his foot.
Yeah.
And then and so this is all like just kind of like the final sort of scenes or whatever as the sappy outro music plays, and and then maybe we can see Tyrion walking with Stefan, explaining to him what's going on. We sort of see Stefan's like shocked and concerned face, like as you're silently explaining like what's going on.
And can I assume that what I think happened with Stefan and his attack on the orcs and Tum Tum is pretty much how it went? He kind of teleported in through that little silver shimmer, thought he had the drop on them, but between Tum Tum's magic and the ferocity of the orc force, he was just not well prepared and got massacred.
I would say that's a fair assumption, for the most part. There's probably some details that you could glean, perhaps next time, but yeah, I think that's the pretty much the short of it. So, or the long and short of it.
Yeah.
But so with that, let's hang it up for the night. So thank you everybody for hanging out and playing with us. We enjoy telling the story very much. We enjoy these characters very much, and we're glad that you're here to share them with us, and for us to share with you. Now, we stream here every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next week we'll be trying to do our our Dungeon Crawler Arena yet again. So make sure to come check that out. You can spend points, watch our players PvP against one another in a wacky arena. It's going to be a crazy great time. I'm expecting some insanity. But we're not the only ones who stream. Plaster Dragon, you also stream on your channel. Why don't you tell them about that?
That does occasionally happen. I'm twitch.tv/Plaster Dragon. We're an Extra Life charity stream. So everything that we earn goes towards children's hospitals. And we do D&D, and we have like random stuff that we do from time to time, including a revolving serial on Saturdays, which Action Sturge is a part of once a month, where we do some superhero game.
Fingers
and
crossed. Fingers crossed this month.
I was gonna say that's allegedly this Saturday. We've had some like availability quirks and things with various people, but we're hoping that happens this weekend. So tune in and find out. But this is my home away from home, and love hanging here with this gang. We always tear it up. Just have fun.
And of course our friends over at dndwell.com, go check them out. You can get some nice dice with a little discount, and 10% discount if you use our code theactionsturge at checkout for some color changing metal dice. So make sure to check them out. Make sure to check us out on all our social stuff. If you want to give us a subscription on YouTube, that'd be very nice. Because we're trying to grow that a little bit and get out into the algorithm a little bit. And
we will be having a dice giveaway next week.
yes, we are planning to have a dice giveaway next week for the in honor of the ceremony. Want to thank the Plaster Dragon and Morat Cake for coming out and hanging out with us. We always love to have you, and of course our regulars, Fork Puff, Deacon Smith, and Terry. And with that, I think we're gonna go ahead and raid. Let's do.
Looks like Praetors is on. Praetors Rejects.
Yeah, let's do Praetors. So we're gonna go ahead and raid them. Make sure to join the raid because you get some extra points for raiding, and we love points here. So get those points. And everybody have a good night. Thank you so much.
Have a good night.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
And that's the raid.